Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of Over a Meal, hosted by myself, Adrian Marquet.
Half price, brother.
Half price, as he said. We are here at Oji Seichi in downtown Toronto on Broadview. He's flipping off the camera, I love it.
Over here.
Where are you going?
Wrong store, bro.
Oh,
the
it's all
cafe's over there.
Go for it. What the fuck? This is Toronto, brother. This is Toronto. This is scary.
Okay, all right.
This is so silly. Welcome to the first episode.
This is the first episode.
This is the first episode. We've
Oh
never done
wow,
this.
wow! So you're setting the bar high.
Big
Okay.
time,
Yeah,
big time.
okay,
With the
good.
cameras, the lighting,
Good.
the Oji Seichi.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll start right off the bat. I won't or not gonna small talk, but I want to know about how you got into film, how you started film.
I guess theater mainly. Like I started doing a lot of theater.
Oh wow.
Grew up in Toronto and then just did a lot of theater in Richmond Hill. Like there's a really big theater community, like a big Iranian theater community. And so I just started off like kind of doing that. And then that kind of like just doing a lot of theater, you kind of want, like you always want like the next level, and like it's film usually. And so I had like a pretty good experience like acting and writing, like one act plays. And then the one act plays kind of transitioned into shorts basically.
Oh, wow.
And so that kind of helped me to make that transition, because like with theater writing, everything in theater is so strict, and so like you have to be really disciplined to be a theater actor or a theater writer even, because you have such a limited amount of space. Like you can't do location moves. You obviously don't have the abilities of editing, and so you have to basically be able to write in a very bare bones kind of way, especially when you're doing no budget theater. And so that kind of helped me to transition into film. But I guess like watching a lot of movies with my parents. Like my parents were big cinema lovers. Yeah, definitely. My aunt was an actress in Iran, so there was a lot of like art in our family, but nobody like pursued it into like a career. Like it was always like a hobby. And so I think I might be the first in our family that's actually pursuing it as like a career and getting like paid for it and doing things like that. Yeah.
Tell me more about theater acting. I didn't know you did theater.
Yeah.
Like theater.
You'll never find it. It's all
No?
deleted. Yeah. Essentially, you'd have to write something like this: two people sitting and talking.
Yeah.
Because like you can't, like in film, yeah, you can have a tracking shot where someone's like walking into locations. You can show someone driving, but you can't in theater. You literally have to make this interesting, like someone sitting and talking. And so I think I learned how to write dialogue there. Because if your dialogue is bad in theater, you're fucked. You can't ADR it.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. Like it's there. You also know if it's funny because they'll laugh right on the spot.
Yeah.
And you'll know. And so there's no tricks. And I really like that. And having done a lot of just two people sitting and talking really kind of just helped me to. And then what you can do in film is, you can use the tricks not to band-aid something. You can use them in an interesting way, because if you're band-aiding them, then you're fucked.
Is the script the same format in theater, or is it like a?
It's different. It's very simple.
Ah.
It's like he walks stage left, he walks stage right, and very
bones direction.
very, because what happens in theater is you write very minimally. And what happens is you have so many rehearsals, because theater is so rehearsed, that you figure out the blocking generally when you start rehearsing it.
And the thing
Where's the food? Where's
for
the
later?
food?
Yeah, we'll get the food.
Yeah.
But the every film that you've done is different, I think, in terms of a cinematic style. The three ones that we'll talk about today,
Sure.
which are Bump, Baba, and The Sweater.
Yes.
Each one of them has a completely different cinematic style, and I think that's like, it's really cool to see, because it's like, you see the David Finchers where like you know he splits hairs and makes sure that everything is on point and tries to be as precise as possible, but he has a distinct style in his films, right?
Yeah.
But for you, I feel like there are parts and elements in terms of the script writing that are very similar in each one, but there's always a different cinematic style or a different acting style or a different theme that can, really mix shit up and get super interesting. So no, I think we'll get the menus going, grab some ramen, and then we'll talk about Bump.
I was wondering if you guys are ready for order.
Yes.
Oh yes.
I'll have go order.
No, you go.
Oh, thank you. That's so polite. I'll take OG Classic Shio Ramen, please. Thanks.
I'll get. What did I get? The one below it. I'll get this one. Yes, the shoyu.
And I'll get the fries. We'll share the fries.
With no revenge.
Yeah. You want a drink?
Oh yeah. I forgot about the drinks. I'll get the iced tea.
Sure.
Yeah.
Jasmine, okay?
Yes, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Thank you so much.
Chicken pasta.
I want to talk about Bump.
Oh
Yo, this guy's juice suck, man.
Yo, chill, though. What do you want then? What the fuck you want from me?
I wanna bump you.
I fucking... Wait, what?
Yeah, I wanna bump you.
Fucking bump me, dog. Just quick, man.
Nah, man, not like that.
Fucking love that movie. Maybe say a tiny bit about what it is, about how you view the movie.
So we shot that film in 2021. It's basically the film is a single shot film about two guys bumping into each other in the middle of the street, and it gets tense between them because thank you.
Thanks so much.
Because neither of them is willing to admit that they're wrong. And it's kind of about masculinity and two people who take things a little too far, like a relatable kind of thing. And we decided to shoot it in a single shot. It was during COVID, I believe. I think it was at the height of COVID, actually. And the reason why we shot it is because we couldn't film anything. And we're like, okay, we could film this outside safely and film it with like a minimal crew. And so, yeah, that was the kind of origins. And yeah.
Dude, I was blown away by it because like, oh, there you go.
Nice.
There's a lot of like Toronto movies I find to be not Toronto movies to try and be something else. Like
Yeah.
they try and be New York or they try and be like, you know, some other place. I felt like this one was really Toronto. Like
A lot of people tell me, like, when we had the film at Sundance, a lot of people thought that we were Americans.
really?
Yes, because it's funny, and we didn't really shy away from that.
No.
We did not shy away from like, no, this is a film shot in Toronto, made by people from Toronto. You should try it, by the way. And yeah, I don't know. No, I get that inkling of wanting to be New York or be something else, or but no, I think this film. I mean, I think we even say a line that says, "Dylan says I'm from Scarborough."
Yeah.
We really did not shy away from it, even though a lot of people were like, "Are you sure? Like this might not play well at festivals?" And honestly, the opposite.
And the accent too.
Yeah.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. The
The accents.
the accents, dude. The
Oh, I don't know how to use chopsticks. I'm gonna need a
Really?
fork. Yeah.
We'll cut it out.
No, I'm
cut
very,
it out.
no, don't cut it out. Don't cut it out. Let people shame me. Honestly, it's okay. I deserve people bully me for this.
That's not good.
That's totally okay. No, it's okay.
Thanks.
People have tried to teach me, and I failed.
Bro, let's try and teach you today.
No, don't. It's gonna be embarrassing.
No, you're good.
But yeah, no, we embedded that in the film, and that was a distinct choice, I think, to have that be there, because I think a lot of people are like, no, make it vague, and do all of that. But we're like, no, let's embrace that we're here, and
Yeah.
I think, I love making films in Canada, and I never try to make it look like New York or something. I think you just embrace where you are, really. I don't know.
1,000%. And I think like the Toronto scene. Thank you so much. Damn, we're getting treated today. The Toronto scene is so up and coming. Like I think there's so many cool directors that are coming out of it that
100%.
it would be a shame to shy away from it and then just try and be New York and then bring those Toronto people
Yeah.
back to the States. I think there's definitely like so much culture here and so much interest that like I think if you shy away from it, then it's like it's
Also,
kind
if
of
you've been to New York, Toronto doesn't even really look like New
It
York
does
that
not.
much. So like to do that too is such a big fleet. It's just like you're going to be doing it to no end, unless you're doing interiors. But now with this film, I mean, I guess I can understand the comparisons. Like we got a lot of this feels like early Safdie or something like that, and that's very New York energy.
I want to talk about like how rehearsed that film was.
Very,
because- very rehearsed.
very rehearsed.
Are you serious?
2 months of rehearsals.
Bro, it feels so like it feels so natural. I think.
That's
Like,
why.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did so much. We did so much rehearsals, a lot of improv. It was so easy because it was just Dylan and I, who's the other guy who plays him, and we made that film conceptually easy for us because it's just I'm the director, I'm the actor, so I'm always available, and it's my friend in it, and so it was very easy. And all we did was we had a script. The script was long though. The script was like 7 pages, and yeah, it was 7 pages. But because we're overlapping and talking over each other, it's so quick.
Yeah,
and it resulted in 3 minutes, which is something that we didn't foresee. That was the one thing that we're like, oh, how did this result in like a 3-minute film? But
Wow.
because we did a lot of that, a lot of improv. But like the way we do improv, like I think when you say improv,
I just
people
mean,
think
yeah.
that you just stick a camera to someone and you go riff. No.
Yeah.
Improv is this. This is what improv is. You rehearse the improv, and then what you do is you transcribe it into the script before you shoot. And it becomes part of the script. So what you do is you get your actors,
Interesting.
they do the scene scripted in rehearsals,
Yeah.
you let them improvise,
Yeah.
you film it like this, or you have someone transcribing,
Yeah.
and then you put the good stuff in the script, and then you just keep adding that into the script.
Interesting.
Whether that's adding an extra line off the top. And then so what you do is you're taking improv, transcribing it, putting it into the script, and then shooting it on the day. So it's still scripted, but it's scripted improv. I think you result in garbage sometimes when you just let them riff. Because it's just
There's
gonna
no-
be,
yeah.
there's no end, there's no structure.
Because, like
it's
you said,
boring, it's boring.
like I've done improvs where it's just you throw the camera at them and then they yap, you know? And what it results in is you have one great moment, but then the rest of it is shit. And so, but then you have to keep it in because it's just there's
Exactly.
one camera on them. But if you do like you say with the rehearsals and you do it over and over again, you just get to get all the good little parts and put them all into one.
Yeah, but when we get to the sweater, I'll tell you some secrets about how to actually do it, because that's a very different movie. But for Bump, that's the approach we took, and there's no cut. There's no cut in the film, so
Yeah.
that was the challenge, I think.
It's your shield.
Oh wow, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Show you. Everything okay so far?
Yeah, that was
Super good, thank you. Fuck, this is really good.
It's very good.
Yeah, well, dude, great job on that movie, Sundance, insane.
Yes, that was wild. Did not expect that.
I couldn't, yeah, that experience must
That
have been
they
fucking...
don't accept movies that short. They like longer films, and when the programmer called us and said we've accepted your film, I genuinely could not believe it. Some people said that was an incredibly stupid film, and it is to some degree.
Huh?
It is.
Yeah, but... it's
It
not
borders on very stupid, and I think like skit comedy almost. And I think
Yeah.
we were very shocked because they also I think they said it was one of their lowest budget films. Were like I think it was the Duplass brothers, another film, and then ours. I think, and then we were the second shortest film to have ever been accepted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they generally like films that are like 15 to 10 minutes, just to chew on. And I think
Well, your second film was like that, and it went to Sundance too.
yes, yeah. But that was a. I mean, this film Bump essentially helped me figure out what kind of movies I want to make. So it was a formative film to make because I was just like, oh, I like this style and it works for me, and then I just wanted to continue it.
With Baba, I do think it's a similar film in the sense of like the dialogue and like it has that vibe, but I think it's also so different to what you did here. You know what I mean?
It's more dramatic, yeah.
الو جونم بیا آره آقا بیا قابش هم کردم خوشگل بیا ور دور بر نه هر جا خواستی پارک کن بیا به زنگ میزنم
What the fuck do you do?
نگاه رفت ریدی تو نگاه کن
What the hell are you doing?
خفه شو ببینم چی گوی باید بخورم
You're burning the place down. Hey!
I mean, we spoke before about this, but rehearsals.
Oh, more than so. Bump was 2 months. This was 3 months.
3 months of rehearsals.
Yeah. This was
Wow.
literally a play, though. It's all in one apartment.
Yeah.
And it was all non-actors, including myself. A real landlord playing the landlord. The guy who plays my dad had never acted in a film, but he was a theater actor.
Really?
The guy who
He
steals,
never acted before?
Yeah, the guy who steals the painting at the end was a guy that I knew who used to bully me in high school. And I was like, do you want to bully me in real life? And
Are you
put
serious?
Yeah. He was great. He was one of those guys that you could trust taking it to another level. He would say like the first line, and then he would just expand on it like crazy. Like that part where they're haggling over the painting, that was all improvised. That was not a fun movie to make. That was not a fun film to make. No.
Really?
It was tense. It was really tense making that movie between everybody.
Anya directed it as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like we lost the beginning of one scene, corrupted files. It was just hell. And like I was surprised that we had anything. And then when this film also played at Sundance, I was surprised. I was just like, how do we get a film out of this? Like how do we actually get pieces of a puzzle to cut it together?
رضا با تو هم من اینجام که تو داری این کله دنیا حال و حول میکنی اگه به اون ننه جنده پتیارت بود الان باید Shut the fuck up! راست من هار شدی همک نشناس تو انگار نمیدونی کی واسه انقدر زحمت کشیده
I'm sure you planned for this, but did it turn out on paper as good as it turned out on video? When like the switch, the moment where your dad goes like quiet and he starts telling him that like your mom wanted to abort you and stuff like that, like
That part or the ending?
that
that
part,
part.
because there's a switch there. It goes from being super chaotic
Quiet.
to being a bit more like quiet, soft, and conversational, and a little bit more like less noise. You know what I mean?
I think that was difficult. I still think that wasn't done 100% like well. I think you can feel the pacing too much in that. I think you can literally feel that it was going at 100 and it just drops right to 30 without it gradually going down.
Why don't you like that?
I think it's just too jarring. I think it's way too jarring. It doesn't feel like when you make a film,
Interesting.
you should have control over your pacing, and that doesn't feel like a filmmaker had control.
Let's move on to the big one, the sweater.
Why is all your shit on the floor?
I'm cleaning it.
Now?
Can I just keep?
Now? Somebody will be very happy
I don't
to
wanna throw
receive
it
it
out.
as a donation.
I don't want to donate it.
Your heart doesn't want to throw that, right?
My heart doesn't want to throw this.
You can't keep a sweater from your girl, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I just need to know where the sweater is.
That one is gone, man. Gone.
Are you that much of a bitch?
Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Are you stupid?
Give me a sweater.
This sweater's mine, man.
This movie feels insanely improvised. But if you're telling me that the last two you did 3 months and 2 months of rehearsals, how much was it per?
0 rehearsals on that film.
Oh my goodness.
0 rehearsals. So everything I learned, I decided to throw out the window for this film.
Was it scary for you to do that? Like, what was that process like for you?
I didn't think the movie was gonna be anything. Like, I genuinely was making it for fun. Like the 2 other ones, I'll say Baba we made for festivals, Bump we made for fun. This one we made for like no one is ever gonna see this.
Wow.
And then when the film was accepted into TIFF and Slam Dance, I was like very surprised because we shot it on cell phones with no scripted anything. And yeah, I mean, like I just threw everything out because we worked with people who understood what we wanted to do in terms of improvising, and that was mainly Jake Shannon and Dylan, who was in Bump, and Anya, who's in the film as well, who I think gives a really good performance. And those are the only actors in the film. Everybody else had no idea they were on camera, and so we could only really get things a certain amount of times. We sold the film to CBC, and CBC was going to give us like quite a bit of money for the film, and they needed a locations agreement, so we had to go back. But luckily, that guy doesn't work there anymore. So
it doesn't.
So it doesn't matter. We just went straight to the management and we're like, "This is the film. We didn't, what do you guys think?" And then they were like, "Yeah, whatever. It's funny." And then they signed it, and yeah, we got the clearance. Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah. Don't sue me, CBC, please. I don't have any money.
No,
But it was good. It was yeah. We surprisingly we have a lot of permission to do what we did. But we also here's the thing about filming with real people, and I haven't done this a lot. This is the first movie where we've done this. Matt Johnson is the king of this, and I ask him from time to time how he gets away with it. But the way to do it is really, if you film a real person, if they're acting as they would in their normal life, and you're not getting them to say something like really fucked up, like if you're just like getting them to confess to something really deep and dark, they will sue you if they have no idea that they're in camera. But if like in the film, I go into a thrift store and I try to get back a sweater that I donated, it's my sweater, right? And so a thrift worker trying to stalk me, that's something that they would do in their normal job. Like I'm not making them do something that's crazy. Like they're not, like it's not slander, right? Like if I got them to like confess to like murdering someone or something, that's really fucked up. They're within their world of work. Like if you go into a Walmart and you talk and you go like, oh, and you're filming them and you go, oh, where can I find the lettuce? And they're like, oh, there. And you get that on camera, you're fine. You're showing them within their normal life. It depends how you depict it and how the film is going to be. But if then you ADR them saying something really malicious and they go, hey, I didn't say those words, or if you cut it together in a way where you're getting them to say something fucked up, then you have a big problem with that. But we worked really smartly in that case, where all of the real people in the film, they are
themselves.
They're themselves. Exactly. I'm the idiot in the film. If anything, I look horrible, and I think that's kind of what gave us peace of mind to not be so worried about those things. 'Cause I think a lot of filmmakers do get worried about that kind of stuff. If like, oh, if I get like a logo in there, you're fine. Just don't get a close up on it. I have tons of logos in my films, and they premiere at festivals, and they are sold, and it's fine as long as you don't do like a close up on those things. Like the van and bump, we didn't get clearance for that. So you can kind of play with those things really easily, I would say.
Okay.
And yeah, we've been kind of like that film we just tackled like a documentary, really, like in terms of editing.
It was amazing, dude.
And in terms of like cutting it, like if Bump had 7 different options, this had like a million, because of all the different routes we could have gone, all the different like things were cut out, things were put into place. Different festivals got different cuts. We would remove things, add things, or go and reshoot things, and so we really used that to our advantage, because the film was because it was shot on cell phones. If something didn't work, we would just go back and reshoot it, right?
Yeah.
Even having a complete film, we would still go back and be like, we need a bridge to bridge these 2 scenes, or do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have one last question about this part. The thing I wanted to talk about was the people that are.
Oh, this isn't edible.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. Cut that out.
I will. People you called for to get the sweater back.
Yes.
Were those real?
Yes, those were real people as well.
Really?
The guy wanted to kill me on the phone.
Bro, he was like, let me talk. Like, I know what I'm doing, all right? Let me talk.
He threatened to kill me, and we cut that out. He's like, I'm gonna find you. You're a fucking idiot. Like
Are you joking?
Yeah. I talked to him on the phone for like 3 hours, and we used like 30 seconds of his clips. Yeah, he was crazy. I had to block him.
Oh
He
my
kept
God.
calling me like insane. The one lady really wanted to help me though, so we juxtaposed between. She's like, "Oh, we're gonna help
was
you
so
find."
sweet.
Yeah,
And then
and
you
then
back and
the other guy is just like, "You will never. You donated it. It's gone.
That's
It's in India now. It's gone. Like we sent it away." He would just say things, and I'm like, "Oh," and so yeah, those are real people. We found places to call. And I just spoke to, I forgot how many people. Yeah, those are all real people. I told you the only actors in the film are those people, and the actors had the hardest job, because it's like, how do they now match the real people's energy? I was able to cut out all the shit parts.
Yeah.
And I could just jump cut a million times and get what I wanted. And so when it came time to do that bar scene, which is basically them being like, you should go get it. We shot that for 3-4 hours, and I got so many different versions of me, Jake, Dylan, saying different things exactly, and them doing different things, and it was so easy. I think when I'm directing and acting, I can also get them to do what I want, because I can say things to annoy them to elicit a reaction.
Interesting.
Because in that particular scene, I have to get them to get me to want to go get the sweater back.
Yeah.
And so how I did that was I go, oh, my girlfriend made me donate it because I'm a slob. And they're like, oh, just go get it. And I'm like, I can't, I gotta listen. And I seem like such a bitch, just like an inferior nothing. Dylan just snapped during one take. He's like, what the fuck? Just go, like, you're such a pussy. Like, just go get it back. And that was it, and that's all I needed.
Yeah.
And I just kept annoying him to get that reaction. So there was an interesting process in, if you're the director and the actor, you can just force them into performances in a really natural way, where like you could do the thing of like, okay, cut. Okay, could you be more angry in that? No, I'm gonna make you angry in the next take. I think that's more interesting. But you can really only do that if you're a performer in the scene.
Amazing, dude.
You can't really do that otherwise. But that's something that I've learned that's honestly been like really, really helpful for my career and the ways that I make movies. Because you can make a movie so many different ways. You just really have to find the way that you want to make it, and then hopefully the people that you want will be on the same journey, and luckily those guys were.
For sure, dude.
Which was sick.
I think we can keep this conversation going, but we got a surprise
Surprise?
Yeah.
What about?
It's not that big of a deal, but it's a pretty big deal for me because I've always heard about this. But at Oji Seichi at this ramen spot, they're the only place in Canada. I think we're gonna fact check this, but I think they're the only place in Canada to have the noodle making machine, like the real Japanese noodle making machine downstairs.
Oh, amazing.
Only ramen place in Canada. So we're gonna go see it.
Yeah,
I've never seen it before.
Are you gonna fact check this?
I can. We can.
So you don't
fact
look
check
like a
it,
fool
but
like me after I'm eating the seaweed.
this is not edible.
Yeah.
We're not gonna. We're gonna
keep that in. Keep that in.
Oh. So that's the machine. That's nice. That's the machine. The ingredients, are they from Canada or you get them from all over the world? Or?
It depends on what it is.
Like for the dough.
Oh yeah, all the flour's Canadian.
Oh wow. Canadian bread is like not good in my opinion. I probably shouldn't say that on camera. It's not that good.
Yeah, cut that out.
So your French flour.
Yeah.
La farine.
La farine.
La bonne farine.
La farine is way better, bro.
I have
Yeah, please
zero
tell me.
opinions on flour.
Zero?
It's really good as fake cocaine on a movie set.
Really?
There you go. That's my opinion on it.
What happens if it's
Colombian flour.
I mean, yeah.
But do you like on a film set, you put the flour down, you use it, it goes up your nose?
Yeah, I mean, no, actually, no. What you actually do is you get vitamins. You get vitamins for the actor.
You get vitamins?
Yeah, you crush vitamins. Like you just get vitamin pills and you crush them, and that way it's good for them. But their sinuses are gonna be fucked.
Okay. Experience?
I've had to do that for a movie. Yes.
Interesting. For a movie?
For a movie.
Okay.
Yes.
This wasn't a side.
No. I don't get off on snorting vitamins.
Please do not
Yeah.
snort vitamins after seeing this video. Thank you. Okay, this is cool. This is awesome. Well, thank you very much for showing us this. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Over a Meal with me and Maz Khatam, the director at Oji Seichi. Thanks for coming. Like and subscribe. Check out the Instagram. Check out my films. Check out Maz's films before you watch this episode. There's a car parking right in front of me. Anyways, bye guys. See you in the next one.